Hello everyone, and welcome to another reading. Today we are going to find out what the root of your problem is. So all you have to do is select one of these three objects. We have a red leaf, a pine cone, and a lantern. The timestamps will be down in the description box below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello Group 1, and welcome to your reading. So the root of your problem is the fact that you may be wearing a mask. So you seem to be either pretending a lot, maybe in order to fit in, or maybe you have created a sort of persona that you feel the need to live up to in order to have some type of a lifestyle or to fill a void or to accomplish something, whatever it is. But the problem with this is the fact that this life you're living is a lie. You created nothing but an illusion. And even though there are perks to this illusion, you may find yourself one day looking back on your life and feeling really sad, thinking that the fact that basically no one really knew the real you. So you wasted your time building this illusion, this lifestyle, whatever this may be, but then no one really got to know the real you. And that is the you that you were meant to have lived. You may be living a sort of lie that either you created or that you were made to do without even knowing, right? Like for example, when parents have expectations of you, even though you aren't interested in certain subjects or jobs, you still go after them in order to please your parents. But then you end up living a life they want, not the life that is actually suited for you. So in order to combat this, in order to get you back on track, we're going to try and figure out ways that you can try and remove the mask and align you to your path, okay? So one of these ways is to upskill, to work career crossroads. But in this image here, I feel like it's telling you that you need to come clean to someone, or maybe even a group of people, maybe even yourself. Look at yourself in a mirror and come clean to yourself. Tell yourself who you truly are. Tell yourself of the reality that is, and not the illusion that you pretended to be. And depending how strong this illusion is, or how long you've been living this lie, it could be very uncomfortable and awkward, and it could have a physical reaction of discomfort for you. But this is something that you do need to do in order to align yourself to the path that you actually have to be on. So some of you may be on the path of destroying this illusion, and it could actually have some big benefits for you. You may find yourself even reconnecting with family sharing what you have with them and they with you. Maybe even the breaking of this illusion and taking back your own true identity and individuality. You get to reconnect with people who you lost because maybe you didn't want to be around certain people, whether they're family or friends, because you didn't like the fact that they weren't accepting this illusion that you were creating, or this persona, or this sort of lifestyle that you wanted for yourself, because you thought that maybe putting on this illusion or persona can get you there faster. But that isn't you. It's not the real you. And they knew that. And that's why maybe you disconnected from them. Because in your mind you thought, okay, these are toxic people, they're not supporting me. But really they actually know the real you. But it's you who didn't want to see that side of yourself. Because you thought that by doing this, it could bring you to this life you wanted. But the life you actually wanted may be full of, it may be just filling this void that you sort of always had, and you thought that this sort of lifestyle will benefit you and fill the void, but all it's doing is just creating more shallowness in your life. There's nothing deep about it. There's nothing genuine, or there's nothing really purposeful about it, because all your being is a copy of other people who are now maybe an influencer or what have you, So it feels like there has to be, in order for a new fresh start to begin, you need to destroy what you have built. And it's not going to be easy. Like I said, it could be uncomfortable, it could be awkward. You could literally have a physical reaction where you just feel this, like you don't want to do it, but you have to. I would say that maybe go through every room of your home and get rid of stuff that truly doesn't align with your heart, with who you truly are. Because no one says that you can't be an influencer or a spokesperson for something, or even a model or whatever, but you don't have to copy other people and what they're doing in order to be that, right? Maybe you'll find a totally new and unique way to be what you want to be, or to have the life that you want. You don't have to follow other people. It's the same way that I see with like the spiritual community, where like anyone that starts getting into the spiritual road ends up like buying crystals and tarot cards and everything, even though that's not their purpose. But because they see other people doing this, they think that this is the path that they need. These are the tools that they need to buy in order to be this, but that's not true. You literally don't need a single item in order to just live your own spirituality. And spirituality isn't a religion, it's a way of life. So just by living your truth, living who you genuinely are, you are already spiritual. Because you're living that which you preach, right? The difference between religion and spirituality is that in religion, people, there's like a pattern, a set of rules, a set of rituals. That's a religion. When groups of people do the same thing and believe in the same thing and go to a specific place in order to do these rituals or prayers, that's a religion. A spirituality, that is unique because it's totally about who you are, right? It's your path. You live the way you believe. So if you see groups of people being gathered and saying it's not a religion, it's spirituality, that's not true, because if they're following the same belief system and doing the same rituals, then they have created a religion for themselves. Spirituality is very personal. And even though spiritual people may have the same goals of maybe finding, a deeper connection with God or nature or a higher self or whatever, even though the goal may be the same, the way they get there is all different, right? So some may find God or that higher source through meditation. Some may find it by walking in nature. Some may find it by living in a cave and feeding off the sunlight and water. Others may find it in cooking with quality ingredients, right? So we all find the same thing, but not in the same way. And that's the beauty of spirituality. It is totally personal to you. It's okay to read spiritual books and learn more, but actually following someone's words and only their word, you're just following a religion. You created a religion for yourself, right? So there are so many people in today's world wearing a mask and defining themselves as something they aren't. Because remember that a wolf doesn't have to remind you it's a wolf. People already know it, right? So if people are going around telling others that they're witches or they're mediums or psychics or whatever, then you already know that's not what they are. Because their work and their miracles, their gifts would speak for themselves. They wouldn't have to remind you of this. It's going to be hard destroying this illusion that you have created or that you partook in because of friends or family that pressured you into something, of being something. But it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be worth it for you because you will finally get to live a genuine life. And the people that get to meet you will meet the actually real you, right? You won't have to juggle who you are anymore. You won't have to sacrifice who you are or do someone else's work that they should have done, right? Maybe if your parents had dreams of being something and they're pressuring you to be that thing, right? Even though you never wanted it, and maybe you fell into it and now you're good at it, but is it really your dream, right? Is it your passion? So you're basically fooling the people around you. You're continuing a lie that is either there intentionally or unintentionally. But this is something that you do have to come to terms in, right? Be honest with yourself. Okay, so the key to your purpose, the key to who you truly are, is in nature. I don't know if you can see the card, it's very cluttered with nature, but so you've got the green man and the key, right? So the key of who you truly are is in your origins. It's in nature. It's in who you were born as, right? That is your truth. That is who you truly are. Nature doesn't make mistakes. And if it does, because sometimes, there will be kids born with, 4 arms or 6 fingers or whatever. It can happen because of maybe environmental issues or whatever the medical history of the parents or whatever it is. But on a general basis, right, nature doesn't make mistakes. Everything is balanced, everything is perfect in how it should be. So you are the person and being that you were born as. The illusion you created for yourself was mainly to fill some kind of void or to please someone or to get somewhere in life that you wanted to be, but all you were doing is chasing happiness, and happiness isn't a destination. Happiness is a feeling. You could feel happy whenever you want. You can choose to be happy, right? All you have to do is just change the way you look at life, change your perception, and you change your reality, right? So you need to be more honest with yourself and with those around you, right? You need to face the people that you lied to or pretended to be something, even if it's your audience. Maybe if you have um, a YouTube channel, or if you're on Instagram and have so many followers and everyone has been looking up to you for something, but you know that you're just lying about who you are in order to build some kind of um, life around this thing. You need to come clean. And it can be upsetting, and you may lose followers, you may lose friends, but remember that those people only loved the false reality, right? The illusion. And you aren't that illusion. So in order to connect and gather genuine followers, you need to be genuine yourself. So let's see, what advice is there for you? Okay, so you got the cleanse card. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades, which is perfect, right? Because you got the nature card here. So remind yourself of who you are by going back to nature, right? Go for a walk, a hike, and just sit somewhere and observe, connect with it, connect with your environment. Do breathing exercises and just question yourself. Question your reality and this illusion you created. Ask yourself, who am I? Right? Who are you? What do you really want? How do you imagine your life? And don't try to imagine it through someone else's eyes and, comparing yourself to other people and what they have and following their road. That's their road. You have your own. But you need to destroy what you built. You need to destroy this illusion and get back to your true reality. So that's all I have for you, Group 1. If you enjoyed this reading, then please like the video, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you thought, if you have any suggestions. I also do personal readings, so all the links will be down in the description box below. I'll see you guys next time. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading, and let's find out what the root of your problem is. Alchemy. So I feel like you guys have the issue of producing something or creating something, maybe an artist block, some sort of block that prevents you from creating something that you want. Maybe financial abundance, maybe you're stuck in something, or lack that spirit, that maybe that sort of zest for life you once had. Something is blocking you from creating or manifesting. So what you guys need to do in order to cure this, one of the things is embrace your inner gypsy. Freedom, fun, and music. Which is perfect, because the one thing that we tend to do when we're trying to remove that blockage within us, is we tend to even get more serious and focus even more on it, right? But by doing that, you're only creating more stress and preventing yourself from getting a breakthrough. So in order to remove that stress and blockage, all you have to do is step away from this sort of serious and solid, stagnant sort of energy, right? You need to move around. You need to have fun you need to lay your hair down, maybe go out dancing, maybe watch, have a movie marathon with friends or loved ones, or your partner. Um, do something that, shakes you up a little, that doesn't keep you in that focus, right? That constant, serious, focused energy, because that would only keep you trapped. That would only keep you trapped in this sort of cage and prison of constantly thinking and just not going anywhere. So even if you do feel like you may be wasting time doing these fun stuff because you really need to create this, or find a way um, to increase your finances, or you have a project and it's almost due, or whatever it is, right? But the thing is, you won't be wasting energy. You will be refreshing your mind so that when you come back to this, you're going to maybe get that idea, or maybe even through the things that you end up doing, it's going to like suddenly spark this idea in your mind of what you should do, or you'll find a solution, right? So even if it's taking a nap, right? If you've been tired and constantly focused too much on this, take a nap, because sometimes even in your dreams you may find solutions. And even when you're sleeping, right, it's like your mind is, it's like a Tetris game, or when your computer needs defragmenting. I find that sleep does that to our mind, where it sort of just like puts all the puzzle pieces together, so when you awake you're sort of refreshed and just more relaxed and ready to face this, to face the day, or this thing that you have waiting for you, whatever it is. You can find online solutions for this issue that you're having, or meditate, do breathing exercises, because by breathing we tend to unlock our potential. A lot of people, like a majority of people, aren't breathing right anyway. So try to find videos that guide you through breathing exercises, so that you open your mind more and get the most of it, right? But you do have to remove yourself from the situation for a while, step out and just have some fun, put some music on, dance, do something that's really fun for you. Another way you guys can remove this blockage is also by maybe seeking help from someone else, dividing the workload, because it doesn't all have to be on your shoulders. So try to find, if you can, try to find someone that can help you. You need a rest. Maybe have someone else continue the work. If this is work related, even if it's like parenting struggles, right? Have your partner, or maybe even your parents, if they're free, to maybe help you out. So while you're resting, someone can watch the kids, or if this is work related, have someone help you out of it while you're, sort of decompressing and stuff. Yeah, again, it talks about doing something with a group of people, doing maybe finding solutions, right? So if you do need solutions, go out, have some fun, and then like maybe, sit somewhere and just talk about this issue that you're having with your group of friends or family members, whoever you feel connected to and can trust, and just talk about this with them. Maybe, like they say, like two heads are better than one type of thing. Maybe they will find a solution for you, or even help you find, like, brainstorm ideas of how to get to where you need to be, or, find what you need to find, or I think you guys are, I think you guys may be even more stressed than you should be, because I think it could be that you have placed a lot of pressure on yourself for whatever this is, and you need a fresh mind, someone that's not in this problem, like a third party that could sort of open your eyes to maybe new ideas, right? Because maybe you've been working alone for too long, and you need a fresh set of eyes, right? So try to find people, or talk to, if this is job related, talk to coworkers or your boss or something. Just be flat out and honest about, maybe the pressures you're feeling. Yeah, it's like you feel this pressure weight on your shoulders, but you're strong enough to deal with this. You just need help from maybe exterior sources. I feel like you do need to step out for a while and not focus on this for too long or way too much, because you could burn yourself out on both ends. I feel like this has been stressing you for a while now. Wow, you guys got the key just like group 1. Okay, so group 1 got the key and the green man, so their advice was going to nature, but yours, you got the old ones. So you guys, the key to unlocking this blockage is through possibly your ancestors. Either your ancestors, someone more wiser than you, right? Because you got the old ones, right? So someone, usually we connect those who are old as in being more wiser, right? Because the more years you have lived on this earth, the more wiser you are. You learned a lot, right? So go to someone after, taking some time out and maybe relying on some friends and stuff like that. At the end of it all, go to someone who's more older, more experienced in whatever this is, and try to talk to them and get their input on something. Because chances are that maybe they have faced this very thing you're going through, and you'll find good advice, and maybe even a teachable moment or a learning lesson or something by going to someone who's older. So if this is in your workspace, it could be maybe if your boss is older, or maybe whoever has worked there the most, that has the most wisdom on this, or even if they aren't older than you, just more experience in this field. If this is family related, go maybe to a grandparent or someone, just someone with more experience. Some of you may have to possibly even connect with ancestors if this is a spiritual matter. Sometimes you may find that those around you in the earthly realm, this 3D realm, that they may not have the answers that you really need and seek. So go somewhere where either on your ancestors' graves, or while holding maybe an item of theirs, or just close your eyes, light a candle, close your eyes and meditate on their presence, even if you may not know them, if you've never met them, but just meditate on your ancestors, your family line. Try to connect with that family feeling, but like a more ancient and older family members, right? And just breathe deeply and try to ask the question that you need an answer to. And even if you don't get it right away, you may get it in dream form, or maybe even some days later through maybe, in the background you hear like a song and some specific verse or chorus or something is so emphasized, so you may get an answer there, right? So try to connect with whoever this older person or people are. They could be the key to whatever thing this is that you feel blocked from or not able to, go further in this matter. Let's get some advice for you. Growth. The tallest oak tree once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. So some of you, this could be that if you have been going, like working on something and it hasn't been going anywhere, right? You haven't been having any luck in it. It's possible that you need to start somewhere new and let go of that which didn't serve you, right? So try to first disconnect from it and refresh your mind, have some fun, go out and just, don't think about it for a few days. And then and then try to talk to, friends, family, whoever, rest, sleep on it and things like that. And if you end up talking to someone with more experience about this matter and you find that you feel like it's hopeless, don't be scared, because it could be that you have grown from this and that this road that you've been on was only a learning lesson of sorts, because now you may know a different road to choose or a different angle, or maybe even by starting something totally new, uh, the learning lesson that you had through this path that you had been on, it could be beneficial to the new thing that you end up doing, right? So even if you need to start new, don't be sad or bothered by it. Just trust the process and just, go along with it. Try to see where it takes you. But don't be scared to ask for help and get the advice from other people, family, friends, co-workers, your boss, whoever. But the key could be something regarding ancestors or something. And of course, it all depends, what this is. This is a general reading, so I can't be any more specific than that. But I do personal readings, so if you're interested in that, the links will be down below. So that is all I have for you, Group 2. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like it, post a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let us find out what the root of your problem is. So yours is self-love. So these are the people that tend to have a problem with putting themselves first from time to time, loving themselves genuinely, and maybe feeling less than. See, the interesting thing is that everyone thinks that the ego tends to boost a person, right? Where we always think that egotistical people are the ones who think they're better than everyone else. But the thing is, there is an opposite, right? Because ego is a range. On one hand, you have those people that boost themselves up and think they're on a high horse, but the opposite of that is people who have an ego, who tell them that they're less than, that they're losers, that they'll never amount to anything. That's also egotistical. So let's see. One of the ways you guys can cure this is by noticing the signs. So you guys have been having nature or a higher source give you signs about this that you maybe some of you have noticed but thought nothing of it, or maybe thought it was just your imagination, or maybe you're just, thinking too much on it or whatever. But a higher source has been giving you signs that you do need to love yourself more. You need to love yourself more because not only because you matter, but if you're out there trying to look for love, right, and you aren't, and you have no love for yourself, not only do you not have enough love to share and give to someone, but also the thing that happens is that you come into a relationship. Let's say your love is a meter, right? Like, imagine like a thermometer type of meter, right? And you're depleted, you're at zero, right? And someone comes into your life, and because of their love, that meter goes up to 50, right? And it always stays there. It can never get up to 100 because you were depleted when you met them. Once, if they leave, your meter goes back down to zero. And you're stuck in the same spot again, where you feel like you're less than, that you'll never amount to anything, that you're stupid or whatever, right? None of that is true. But if you already have love for yourself, your meter is already on 50%, right? And then someone comes into your life and shares their love with you, that meter goes up to 100. If they end up leaving, your meter goes back down to 50. Because you always have that love for yourself, right? So you, just like when they say, how does the saying go? Like, if you want to do the job right, you have to do it yourself, right? Because you can't rely on someone else to do a job in the way that you know how it should be done, right? So it's the same with love. No one, even the strongest of loves, right? No one can truly love you as the same way as you can truly love yourself. And why be your own self's greatest enemy when you can be your greatest best friend, right? You can rely on yourself. You can depend on yourself. When you're feeling bad, or when things get rough, you know you can depend on you to do what is necessary in order to pull yourself out of that, right? If any of you have suffered from depression or anything like that, you yourself know that no matter what advice or what words someone else tells you, it just like goes in one ear and out the other, right? It does nothing to you. It's not until you yourself had said, okay, this is enough, I don't want to live like this anymore, I want to do better, I want more from life, and it's not until you decided that you don't want to be depressed anymore that depression actually left you, right? So don't be your worst enemy, be your greatest friend. Because friends may come and go, and partners may come and go, even if it's not on purpose. Sometimes, unfortunately, people leave us because a higher source called on them, right? And they aren't here anymore. So you don't know who you may or may not have anymore around you. And I know that that's a dark thought, but we can't always rely that there will always be someone there for us. That is why we need to be there for ourselves. And think of everything you've been through. And the fact that you're now here, right? Imagine when you were a teenager where you thought like it was the end of the world because of whatever was happening. but you faced it, you've gone through it, you're on the other side, and now when you look back, you think, I was so stupid, that thing wasn't even that big of a deal, right? So everything in life has been pointing and giving you signs, telling you you need to love yourself more. You need to find your own worth. Okay, you don't need to be fed compliments and, be in the spotlight. You need to put yourself in the spotlight. So how can you find this self-love? You need to choose a side. There's a transformation that can happen from this. The death card doesn't talk about actual death. It's a death of the ego. It's a death of, something that we need to let go of, because it brings us to new life, to something, to a transformation, right? So you need to decide that you need to put yourself first. And even if you're really busy and have a family and kids and all these responsibilities, commit to at least an hour every single day, 1 hour just for you. Okay? It could be that you have a bubble bath, or that you watch a rom-com or a comedy or even an action movie or horror, whatever the hell it is. You need to commit 1 hour a day at least just for you. Okay? And if you've been running along and giving everyone else your time and feeding them, clothing them, working for them, and making sure they're all right or whatever, and then that hour comes when it's your time. If someone calls you and says, hey, can you say I'm sorry, but unless it's an emergency, this is my time, I need this for me. Okay? You need to be selfish from time to time, because you matter. You can't be running around and avoiding, your health and your mental health and everything like that, because if you start falling apart and if you're not okay, you can't make everyone else okay. You can't look after your kids or your loved ones or whoever if you're not okay. So that is why you need to prioritize yourself from time to time. Okay, an hour at least every single day. Go for a walk. Read your old diaries and see how far you've come. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate even small achievements and accomplishments. Go out with a group of your closest friends and just, toast to something amazing all of you have achieved in the past, month or 3 months or whatever. And just feel grateful to be here, grateful to be alive. But you need to choose a path, because one path is destroying you while the other can be so beneficial to you. Right? Wow. There's a lot here that they want to say, and something new can be birthed from this. You'll find so much more opportunity and exciting, even new experiences, just by loving yourself first, because you're going to attract that sort of love and pull other people and other experiences that vibe with that energy within you. You're going to attract that towards you. Okay, so you need to spend some time with yourself to connect, to deepen that bond that you have, okay? Maybe do one of those adult coloring books, or, dance like no one's watching, on your own, or just reflect on life. Yeah, your heart's been broken, and maybe other people have walked all over you, maybe other people have broken your heart, and that's why you feel like you don't amount to anything, or that you'll never be enough. But that is far from the truth. There will always be someone that will want you for you. There will always be someone who you'll be more than enough to, that they'll be grateful to have you. But it takes work and time on yourself. You can't just be that perfect person that everybody wants, without doing some work. And even then, not everyone will want you, right? Everyone will have lovers and haters in their life, because no one can truly please everyone. But you don't have to focus on everyone, you just have to focus on the right people, right? Those people that have always been there for you, those people that have seen your worst moments as well as your good moments and still stayed around and helped and appreciated you, those are the people that you need to appreciate. And you have to see it through their eyes, that if you were enough to them and they've seen your worst moments and they still stayed, then why aren't you enough for yourself? Why do you tear yourself down when other people see magic in you, when other people see kindness in you and love you for you? Why is it that you can't see that, right? So you need to question this, dig down deeper. What has happened to you that initially started this spiral? Was it something when you were younger? Was it abandonment issues? Was it someone saying something harsh that just tore you down and that never left you even now in your adult years? Was it a trauma? What was it that initially started this lack of love for yourself? So you need to question that, because it feels like there's a void here, like your heart has been torn and broken a lot of times, and you just feel like you aren't deserving of something special, but you are. That's just that toxic ego talking and tearing you down even more, because it is scared of the potential that you have. It's scared of the amount and immensity of the love you have deep within, that is cluttered with all this nonsense that you tell yourself. You are a deep well of love, and you just need to relight that match and see it for yourself. But don't wait around for someone else to show it to you, okay? You need to find this on your own, even if it's not 50%, at least 30, you need to find some shred of love for yourself. Remind yourself of what you've been through, the fact that you've been there for you. When no one else was around, you're the one who held your own hand. You're the one that walked yourself home. You're the one that pulled yourself out of the darkest of times. You're the one that, held your own head up and continued walking. You survived a lot. And you need to see that. You need to appreciate it. So don't wait around for other people to come and tell you something that deep down you already know. Okay, you were born out of light. You were born from the breath of Source, the most purest and truest form of love. You were born from that. And you can be your own person. You can be independent and love yourself. And I'm not saying this in that feminist way where you don't need a man or a woman or whatever. I'm saying this, that you need to fill yourself first before someone else can come and continue filling that well. Okay? Because you don't need to depend on someone else's love to fill that void. You need to fill it yourself. You need to be complete in order to be able to share love with someone else. And even if you aren't interested in a partner or kids or anything, there are other people that can come in and share love with you, because love doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendships, it can be family connections, whatever it is. But you need to have that love within you first. So let's see, what else? Okay, so you guys got Pentacle and Hearth. So another way you can find the love within yourself. The Pentacle is a completion, right? It has 5 points, all symbolizing an element, okay? And you, because you're feeling like there's something missing, a void within you that you try filling maybe with work or with, other distractions, video games or whatever. Those are just distractions, right? So you need to find your elements, right? So one element could be, which everyone's element should be, is nature. Reverting back to nature, going to the basics, right? Because nature is part of us, we are part of nature. So by spending more time in nature, you will begin to connect with something more divine and deep within yourself. So in order to find this void, to fill this void, is you need to find your elements. And I'm not talking about actual elements, but things that actually make you happy, right? But the basic one is nature. Go to nature, sit there for at least half an hour. And when you go back home, you'll feel different than when you got there. Because nature tends to heal our psyche. It's more natural to us. It's relaxing. Just by sitting and observing is almost similar to meditating. So find things like, maybe art, maybe something in your home, because you have the hearth here. So this is, maybe connecting to family, your ancestors. Talk to your elders, grandparents, if you have any parents, aunts, uncles, whoever, and try to ask them about their life, their life story, how they grew up, what the, if, let's say, if you still have grandparents around, ask them what their parents were like or what their grandparents were like, right? Because these people you never met. So it's good to reconnect with your family line, because you'll see that just how much struggle and love stories have happened just for this line to get to you, right? You'll appreciate yourself more by listening to their stories and their lives. So let's see what advice you have. Advice for group 3. Okay, so you guys got path. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. So maybe you guys need to maybe step out of your comfort zone a little. Do something that might seem fun, but maybe a little scary because you haven't done it before. Just nothing illegal or dangerous. Like, maybe try something like going on at least a mild roller coaster if you've never been on a roller coaster before, right? Try something mild and see how you like it, and then, go up from there. Or maybe take up like a dance class or a new skill, or, just something that maybe you had doubts in, right? That you may thought that you that you may not be good at, or, you were scared to try, or, just take the leap and try it, right? Because no one is watching you constantly and, judging you. It's all in your mind, right? You're the one judging yourself. So try to do something new, something fun and exciting that you haven't tried before. Maybe with a friend or a group of friends, like a cooking class, or maybe start a channel and talk about things you're interested in, or maybe have like a book club if you're into, reading and things like that, and make a channel out of that, and, tell people that, what book you're reading that week or month or whatever, and to maybe, comment and talk about that book, and, have a discussion about it, and, just try something fun that maybe connects you with yourself through a passion, right? Because anything artistic, and art is such a broad term. It's not just drawing and painting, okay? Art is music, it's dancing, um, it's constructing miniature houses, it's designing gowns and clothes, and there's art is like so many things. So like art is connected to feelings and emotions, which are connected to the heart, which are which are all connected to how you feel about you. So find your purpose, find your love for something, something you're passionate about, and then try to design your life around it, and truly be invested in it, and really do it because of the passion, right? Don't think about whether it will sell or whether people will like it. Who cares about that? Do it because you love it. And that in itself will help you have more love for you, because you're the one designing or doing this, right? So group 3, that's all I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Leave a like if you have. Comment below and tell me your thoughts or suggestions if you have. And don't forget to subscribe so you can always be updated on my readings or my artworks and time lapses and things like that. So I will see you guys next time.